Mr.Wes rolls up, and I was like, Jeff, have fun. And so I went upstairs, and then Jeff like looks at me, he's like, you suck, because I left Jeff all by himself with Mr.Wes. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Sip&Awe, where God puts the awe in awesome. I am your host, Brandon Windsor, and this is Pt.3 with Jeffrey Polke.
Let's go.
I forgot I had this.
That's awesome.
Give it up for Jeffrey. And then I have this. Oh, Jeffrey.
We need to remember we have that.
Okay, tell me a joke.
What do you call a hermit in a field?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Kind of blank.
There you go. And then we have Jeff. That was such a funny
That would have been
joke.
better if I actually thought of something.
Oh, jeez. But it's time for the sippy. Here we go with your Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Take a look for the day that is made for you and me. 1, 2, 3. I feel like I should explain why I did this.
Oh yeah, it's water now.
Yeah.
I drank all my Dr. Pepper very quick.
I don't want people to get the wrong connotation. It's like,
In part 2, if you watch that,
yeah, go back and watch
most
it.
of my sips were empty.
Were they really?
Yeah.
Wow, he's a great actor.
I think my first sip was just like doing something to move. I just needed something.
My gosh. Oh yeah, so let's kind of talk about what we talked about in my kitchen.
Oh.
So we talked about like spiritual stuff.
We were talking crystals.
Talking about crystals and demons. So
How much we love them.
yeah, and how much we praise them. Just kidding.
Oh, yeah.
That is demonic. Okay, so I got this tattoo for those listening and those watching on YouTube. It's a little flower. I got it because John Mayer has one, and I wanted one.
Oh, you admit that now. Nice.
Yeah. So
For a while he didn't.
yeah, because my wife loves flowers, and my favorite color is blue. So
And I
just got
was like, Brandon, what's the real reason?
because John Mayer has
He's
one.
like, yeah, John Mayer has that too.
John Mayer's is pink, and I wanted mine to be blue because that's
Mm-hmm.
my favorite color.
Yeah.
Anyways, I go to a place called Voodoo. First off, that should be your first sign of that's a demonic place.
But we are in Shreveport. It could just be a name.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah. Cajun and whatnot.
But you walk in, dude. I got punched in the face by Satan. It was like these weird, like,
Mm-hmm.
what's the guy? Buddha. Like Buddha was everywhere.
Yeah.
Like these satanic symbols, and like the girl there.
Which is weird. Voodoo tattoo and having Buddha.
Isn't that
You think
weird?
they have like some witch doctors or like some voodoo dolls.
And it was weird because like the girl who worked there, I'm not trying to be judgy, but she was all covered in tattoos, and she was like, "Hey man, how can I help you?" I'm like, "Dude, you're demonic, you freak."
No, you cannot at all.
And so I
Because I've never been in that shop, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of freaky.
I really only ever go to 2 places. I go to like my friend Chris, who has like his own single studio.
Where's Chris?
He is off of East 70th, like just before the bridge.
What's it called?
He just calls it Louisiana Tattoo.
Okay.
Like, it's very simple. But it's just him. So it's like, it's a room like a little smaller than this.
That's kind of cool.
So it's just like him working there. He
Yeah.
rents it out. So it's just super chill.
Mm-hmm.
And like he goes to my friend's church, so I know there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And then I go to Rose and Thorn a lot for
Thorn.
Kayla.
I think that's where I went. So I went to
Yeah.
Rose and Thorn, and they don't accept cash.
They
or
don't.
They don't accept card. Something like
They don't.
that.
They don't accept card. They have cash.
Yeah. So dude, I'm filling out the paperwork. I tell the girl what I want. She's like, "Yeah, so we don't take card." I'm like, "That's all I got." She's like,
Yeah.
"I'm sorry. There's an ATM across the street." And I'm like, "Okay." And I never came back.
Yeah. See, I've never done card for a tattoo.
Yeah, neither have I. Now that I think about it.
Yeah. Because like the way I save up for my tattoos is with like
Have like a tattoo jar.
I have a tattoo jar.
That's cool.
It's a Nukes cup. So between me working at the cafe, working for tips, and then being a barber, making a lot of cash.
Mm-hmm.
So what I do is I just kind of like cafe tips or just kind of like extra cash.
Uh-huh.
Like I put that to the side. And then same with like barbering. Like if I get like my haircuts are like they range between like $20 to $30 depending on what you're doing. So I mean $30 haircut, $10 tip, cool. Made
What's the
$30.
biggest tip you've gotten from haircut?
50.
Nice.
50. 'Cause it was a dude. He was coming in last second for his wedding. So it was a haircut and beard, which ranges like $40.
Uh-huh.
And I guess since I think it was he called me day before, so I think like the person he was going to had to cancel for some reason.
Dang.
And he just like needed in, so he gave me an extra 50.
That's cool. That's really sweet.
And I was like, heck yeah, dude, come back.
I should have done that. So my first year in Go Ministries, I needed a haircut bad. And so I go to Sports Clips. They close at 5. I show up at 4:58.
Dude, I would have been pissed at you.
And dude, the lady who cut my hair
Tick,
was
sorry.
so mad. Dude. She was like, "You're making me late for church," and I'm so sorry. And then she's like, "All right, so what do you do?" I'm like, "I'm an intern at a ministry
At church.
At a church." She's like, "Oh, okay." So I felt like I was not representing the Lord well that day. She was so mad at me.
See, when that stuff happens, like I usually try to leave the shop between like 6 and 7. If someone comes in there like late, in my mind, unless it's like someone that's like come to me before, they don't know what I charge. So I'll be like, okay, cool. Your haircut, your like clipper cut, it's like $35.
Do you have like I almost said menu, but do you have like a sign where you have your prices posted?
Dude, I want to get something like that. You know, like the marquee signs.
Yeah,
I want to get something like that for my station.
that'd be cool.
Because a lot of I only do like 5 different services. I have like a clipper cut, which is like a fade on the sides, and then it's like scissors on top, which is like 25. And then like longer hair, like anything like over ear length is like 30. And then I have like 3 different variations of beard, where it's like just guards all over. If you have like a longer beard, and it's like a shaping, or if you have like a straight razor shave.
Cool.
With straight razor shave is the same. It takes the same amount of time as a clipper cut, so the price is the same.
So you don't do kids anymore?
I do kids, but I don't charge for kids.
So kids are free?
No.
Oh.
So I just charge by the haircut.
Oh, I see.
So if a kid's getting like a clipper cut on the sides, it's 25.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Or if he has like longer hair, it's 30. So I don't charge based on age. I charge based on what the service is.
Gotcha. Nice.
Which has been a godsend since I started doing that.
Man, I don't know. I just feel like cutting a kid's hair would just seem pretty difficult. Like maybe like they're like 10, they're cool, but like a little kid.
Once they hit like 10 to 12, they start caring about their hair a little bit more to where they have more opinion on it. So it's easier. So I'm not just like listening to mom or dad.
Yeah, for sure.
But some of the time, like for like younger, I have some kids that are like 2 or younger sometimes.
Oh my gosh.
And those
that sounds terrible.
Some of them are great. Like a lot of I'm very blessed with my kids' clients. They are very chill, very like, just like don't really care. They don't cry really.
Yeah.
The hardest thing about them is some of them they have to sit with their parent because they're not like big enough to like sit by themselves.
Right.
So like the mom's holding them, and I'm like working around the mom.
Gosh.
You get over it.
Yeah.
You get over it, like, because like most of the time, like, I don't know. A lot of the time when you have a kid's haircut come in, they just keep coming to you. Because like you think about like this kid's having like this weird different person they don't know. So the parents just keep wanting to bring you to the same person,
right?
Because they're used to that guy now. They're used to me. So I end up being like really tight with the parents.
Cool.
Because like, thank God, because I'm like right here on them.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Do you do well with when clients don't talk to you?
Yeah. I mean, after a minute, like you kind of get the feel of it. Like if they want to keep talking, because they'll kind of like keep going with it or carry on the conversation or some of that. But for the most part, like if they're not talking that much, eventually I'll be like, hey man, so you just want to chill? Like, yeah, I'm just trying to chill. Like, cool.
That's cool that you ask.
I mean, because there's nothing more stressful than feeling like in this kind of industry, like we talk about at the shop all the time, not having a conversation and feeling like you're the bad guy for it. Because you're like, okay, cool, they're paying to come here. They're paying to like chill. Some of them want to vent. Some of them want to like have a conversation.
Yeah.
Because some of them, I'll have some people coming in after work and be like, dude, today was rough. And those like be complaining about work. Because they don't want to complain about it too rough to like their wife or something like that.
Yeah.
Or
you just get it out
up. Yeah.
to you first. That's kind of cool.
They can kind of like vent it all out, get like the gist of it out. And then when they get home, they can be like, yeah, cool, this happened. But I mean, it's
Jeffrey
whatever.
helped me out. That's
I went
cool.
to therapy.
That's cool. I don't know. I just feel like that's like preparing you to have deep conversations well, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, dude, thank God I worked at the cafe for so long.
Yeah, because
they be even way more.
Oh, yeah.
Like those moms will come in talking stuff, and I'm like, hey, I didn't want to know that. I don't know if I'm ever going to see you again, so just say it. I'll forget it
I think the weirdest customer I ever had was this blonde lady. Okay. And she was super flirtatious in like a sexual way. It was really freaky. Okay. So she was definitely on drugs.
And you didn't call me.
I didn't call you. She was definitely on drugs. I can tell. Maybe she was drunk. I don't know.
Okay, never mind. Thank you for not calling me.
She was on substance. Okay. And so she's ordering a coffee, and I'm like, what size would you like? And she was like, large and hot. And I'm like, okay. And it was just, it made me uncomfortable. And then she sits down. And dude, and her kids were so obnoxious.
Oh, dude.
Oh, dude, it was so bad. She was screaming at her kids. They were all laughing and not even paying attention. And they're like, kid went use the bathroom in the playscape, and she didn't even care. And it was just a huge mess.
I think I know this customer.
Yeah, she's like a tall,
Yeah.
blonde lady who's kind of, I don't want to say overweight, but yeah, you know.
Yeah, I definitely know this customer that you're talking about now.
It made me uncomfortable.
She was not the most fun. She'd be there for like 45 to an hour, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I wanna bring up this individual. I want to talk about him, but I also want to honor him because he has gone to be with the Lord. I think you know where I'm going with this. Yeah. There was a old gentleman. His name was Mr.Wes, and he was a dear friend of Go Ministries. He attended New Life Tabernacle with Go, and then once Go moved to SEC, he just decided to join us.
Follow.
And Mr. Wes would be the kind of individual where he would drive around at night in his van around a youth group, and he's like, "Hey, are you from Go?" It's like, "Yeah." And then he pulled out a $20 bill. It's like, "This is for you." And it's like, "Thank you." But Mr. Wes, he would sit
At the counter
in front of the register, and he wouldn't move.
He would stay there for a long amount of time.
And then he would try to read his poems to you.
He would try to read his poems. He would try to give you life advice. He would ask me why I'm not in Go every single time I saw him.
Bless his heart.
I don't think he liked me too much.
There was one poem that he showed me that actually was kind of cool.
What?
So here's what it was. He wrote out heart.
Okay.
Heart. Heart. So stupid. So he was like, God created, he, He, created you, which means art, A-R-T, and you came from God's heart. And I was like, that was kind of cool, but...
That was kind of trippy, but okay, cool.
Yeah, and here's the thing, like, it was cool, but I didn't necessarily care, but my wife just wanted to be nice to him. But I was like, babe, you just don't understand. Like, you just don't understand.
You don't get it.
You can be nice to him, but let's just be nice as we walk away.
Don't, like, banter with him.
And she was like, oh my gosh, that is really cool. I'm like, that is cool. Mr. Wes, we got to go.
That is great. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, but Mr. Wes is going to be with the Lord. It's been, like, a few months now.
Yeah, I think, when was it?
October?
Maybe.
Something like that?
Yeah.
Bless his heart.
That was an interesting group text.
Oh, yeah,
like me, you,
and
Sean. Yeah.
Sean Tyne was in the group chat. We're like, hey, should we go to Mr. Wes's funeral? And we were all going to go.
We were all planning, and it didn't work out.
I couldn't get the time off. I don't think Sean could get the time off. And then Jeff was like, I'm not going to go by myself.
I'm not going to show up. I'm not just going to show up. I felt so bad, but I was like, I can't.
Yeah.
That's the energy I don't have today.
Yeah.
It was after like a full shift at the cafe. I'm like, no.
I remember one time. Oh, Jeff, are you okay?
I don't know.
There was one time where I felt so bad. So you're working the cafe, and Mr. Wes rolls up, and I was like, Jeff, have fun. And so I went upstairs, and then Jeff like looks at me, he's like, you suck, because I left Jeff all by himself with Mr. Wes. So,
dude, those moments happen all the time, though.
Bless his heart. Bless his heart.
Because I would do the same thing.
You good?
Oh yeah. The water's just there still.
Oh my god. I feel bad. I'm like talking. You're just like, oh.
But yeah, dude, I would do the same thing to like Kalena or Braden.
They're gonna learn
Braden
today.
walked out to his car one time and got something for him.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, here are my keys. Go grab something.
I was like, Braden, you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, but what else am I going to do? I'm just going to stand here? I'm like, yeah. Yeah, you could just
you
stay
don't
there.
have to do that. Yeah, Mr. Wes was bless his heart.
He was a guy.
He was a guy.
He was a dude.
I think he was one of him and that blonde lady were the two weirdest customers I've had. Can you tell the story? It was you, ZJ, and Sean.
Oh, yeah, the lady.
Yeah, the lady.
Yeah, so this was after your birthday.
Yeah. I think it was on my birthday.
Yeah. Was it on your birthday?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because we were broken egg and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I was not there because I was doing something with my girlfriend at the time.
Yeah. So we went to Broken Egg that morning. And this is actually the story that me and ZJ say is like the reason we became friends. This is like our like origin story.
Yeah.
So it was me, Sean, and ZJ in the cafe. Me and Sean were working. Like,
hey guys, I wanted to stop real quick and say thank you so much for tuning into this episode. I want to challenge you with something. If you know someone in your life that you know that they would like this episode, stop what you're doing and send it their way so that we can keep growing the Sip&Awe family. All right, thank you for sharing, and let's get back to the episode.
quote, working. And then ZJ was just up there hanging because he didn't have anything else to do. So Sean's like kind of working. Me and ZJ are chilling. Sean's like playing duck game on a Switch every now and then. And a lady comes in with like her 2 kids, and we think her husband or boyfriend or something.
Yeah.
And me and ZJ just get a weird feeling about it.
Yeah. Were you guys open or you guys were closed?
We were open.
Cool.
Yeah, it was a Saturday night, so we were open until about like 8.
Okay.
So we were just chilling. So we just get a bad feeling, weird. So I'm just like I'm manager, so I'm like just like watching, making sure the kids are okay. The mom's like walking outside, smoking every now and then, and the dude's just kind of like coming and going. So then at one point, like we're not saying anything to her. The kids are fine. Like I just kind of have a weird feeling about her like walking in and out. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna keep an eye on the kids in case something happens. Like they walk up, hey, your kid fell and is crying. Can you come watch him real quick? But then she just gets so mad at us, like because ZJ's kind of like watching her. ZJ notices that I'm watching her, so he starts like kind of like keeping an eye out too, just in case something happens.
Yeah.
But so we just got a weird feeling. I don't want to assume that it was like a trafficking situation or something like that, but that's kind of how like it felt with like the confrontation of it being like that. But she just starts screaming at us and cursing and being like I see y'all effing looking at me. I'm just trying to have a good night with my kids, and y'all are making us feel weird. Y'all making us feel weird. Y'all making us feel unwelcomed. And so I'm just sitting there. I'm like, she's yelling. ZJ's sitting there. She's yelling. I don't even know if Sean was back there. I think Sean was gone.
He was just in deep with duck game. He's not even paying attention.
So then Sean's like, what was that about? And like, I don't know. And then a few seconds later, Sean's like, okay, well, I'm going to go take the trash out. And then me and ZJ are like, yeah, cool.
Did the guy ever say anything?
Crap. The guy never said anything. He was outside still.
Oh, that's good.
But so then when Sean takes the trash out, me and ZJ just got like this, like, crap. Sean's out there by himself.
Oh no!
What if the guy's mad too now, and he sees Sean outside? So me and ZJ get up and like we were like rushing outside to try to catch Sean, and then Sean's already walking by. Like, what are y'all doing? Like, we were gonna protect you, I guess. I don't know.
You just see Sean on the floor.
No. You're like Sean's walking outside in the dark, and it's like your birthday's in November.
Yeah, September.
Yeah. So like times change. It's dark early.
Yeah.
Like it's dark outside. Sean's gonna get hit by a car. This dude's gonna plow through him.
Dude.
Yeah, weird. It was weird.
That is weird.
One of the weirder, just like offhand experiences.
Yeah.
Of just like instant anger.
Yeah, I've never had anything like that. I've never had anyone go off on me at the cafe, which I'm blessed because I don't handle that stuff.
I've had a handful of people go off on me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
There was one lady that this dad was with his like 2-year-old.
Okay.
And you know, like the signs on the cafe, like the play skit that we have, it's like big. So like the kid's like small, we recommend like parents can like crawl through them. You know, like we climb on top of it all the time, so we know it can take the weight. But if the kid's small, we can say like, hey, parents can go through them. You know, so like just so, like they don't get hurt or get stuck somewhere. So this dad's going through like I think it's his daughter, and a mom comes up and say, hey, there's a grown man in there. It's like, oh yeah, that's the dad. He asked me if it was okay if he goes through with his daughter because she was having trouble like climbing through. It's like, well, I just feel uncomfortable about an adult being in there. Like, well, it's with his kid, and it is a sign saying like if they're under 2, they can go through with the parent. And that is like I know the guy. Like I knew the guy from church. It's like I know him. Like he's good. She's like, I just feel uncomfortable. I was like, well, ma'am, you can leave then. And Pastor Steph is over there too, and she's like, she hears that and laughs. And you're like, Jeff, you handled that great, and she does need to leave.
You can just leave and get over yourself.
Yeah. And she was so upset at me. Like, I cannot believe that. I don't even know what she said. I just like quit listening.
I'm kind of tempted to look up SE Cafe on Google and see some reviews.
Do we have a Google page?
I think so. Let's see. SC Cafe. Yeah, reviews. Let's see.
I would hope we're pretty solid. This is going to be a risk right now.
Reviews for 4.7, 41 reviews. Can I filter it and get the worst ones? Let's see.
Go low to high.
Lowest. There needs to be better airflow in the play area.
That's facts.
It smells horrible in there. Not clean. Some of the equipment on the swinging tunnel is loose and isn't secure. Not safe for kids.
Okay, the swinging tunnel is supposed to move. It's a swinging tunnel. Airflow's correct, though.
Yeah, and it does smell like... The reason why it stinks is because there's like this rubber mat, and it just stinks of the horrible.
It just holds it all.
Okay. Jungle Gym smells like wet socks. Parts of the play area is falling apart and not maintained. It's free, so it gets 3 stars, but SC might need to up their game considering another local church as much...
What year is that one from?
This is 5 years ago.
Okay.
The playscape's new.
It's been redone since then.
And cleaner coffee shop with Jungle Gym called More Coffee. Time to do an evaluation and give your play area more TLC.
Here, I will say, I don't want to throw shade or anything like that, but my employees at the cafe are better than the More Coffee employees when it comes to making coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I went there once, and for people that don't know, when you pour a shot of espresso, you have about like 20 seconds to mix it in with the milk before it spoils and it goes sour.
Mm-hmm.
I went to More Coffee because Shreveport Music, really good music store, is right next to it.
Right.
So I was waiting for it to open. Went over there, got a coffee. The dude pours my shot. He's talking to a dude across the counter. And no, I'm not making this up. Like, that shot sat in there for like a minute and a half.
Oh, my gosh.
Just sitting there before, and then he started steaming the milk.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
And I told the dude, I was like, hey, thanks. Hey, in future reference, can you not let the espresso shots sit so long? And then I left. And I haven't gone back to More Coffee.
I think the most
great
awkward,
church though, great place. I don't want to
I've
say
only been to
too
More
bad.
Coffee a few times because my first year,
You tried to quit the cafe to work at More Coffee.
I did because they paid more.
Mm-hmm.
I remember telling Pastor Rhonda, I was like, "Hey, I'm thinking about leaving." She's like, "Why?" And I'm like, "Because they pay more." She's like, "You shouldn't."
It's a fair reason though. I mean,
And yeah, and what's funny is I didn't click that they have a Playscape too.
Mm-hmm.
So Rhonda told Heather, "Is like, yeah, Brandon's thinking about leaving for another Playscape." I'm like, "What?" Here's the thing. Let me just.
the last reason anyone works there is for the Playscape.
Yeah.
They work there because it's at the church and it's just an easy job.
Right. And let me just say this: if I were to ever open a cafe, here's what I would do.
Instantly buy a Playscape.
No, I would have 2 separate cafes. Okay, I would have one cafe that does not have a Playscape because I've tried to do homework in SE Cafe.
Oh, it is
and I
torture.
can't because kids are screaming. So I would have a separate cafe for like college students, adults to have like a meeting because you can't have a meeting in SE Cafe.
No.
And then have a smaller cafe, a smaller entity with a Playscape in it for families. Yeah, that's what I would do.
And see, Word of God in Bossier, their Playscape is like far enough away.
Or it's not annoying.
Yeah, because like More Coffee, it's legit. Like More Coffee is a lot more like compact in their area to where like the Playscape is like here and here with the coffee shop, whereas like we're like here and here.
Yeah.
Whereas like Word of God in Bossier, they have a Playscape, and it's like the cafe is in this area, and then you have a kind of like an open area of walking, and then there's a Playscape.
Oh.
To where like you can like go to the Playscape, still have chairs and stuff like that to sit down and watch your kids, but if you're not involved with kids, you have like a ton more area.
That's cool.
Over in this like right area.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I think Playscapes are helpful, so like moms can go and like, but like
I
don't
think they
know.
have their place.
Yeah.
But I think when you try to involve them in like the coffee aspect
Keep
of
it at McDonald's, dude.
Yeah, keep it at McDonald's, your Chick-fil-A's. Yeah. Do we even have a McDonald's out of the Playscape here anymore?
I don't know.
I don't think we do.
Yeah, I don't think we do.
The last one I remembered was Mansfield Road.
What about the one on where's Studio B? What road is that? Is that Burt Coons?
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't the
That one doesn't.
It doesn't?
No, because that one never had one.
Oh.
That one on the corner of Burt Coons and Walker.
Yeah.
Because that one used to be a combo McDonald's Kangaroo gas station.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I never heard of Kangaroo.
It was just some random gas station.
Nice. Yeah. So that's what I would do if I ever had a cafe. I would keep it separate.
I would just not have one. I've been in the game too long.
You just wouldn't have a playscape or a cafe?
Cafe.
Oh,
Just wouldn't. I'd have a playscape.
Yeah. That'd be so weird. It's like this guy, old man, he has a business.
Yeah.
And it's just for kids. And he built a playscape in his backyard.
That's how I honor Wes.
I just had to
That was great.
I just had to throw that in there. Jeez. Well, Jeffrey, thank you for coming to Sip&Awe.
Oh, yeah, dude. Thanks for having me.
This was fun.
It's a great
Thanks
time.
for driving all this way.
40 whole minutes.
I feel bad because it's like, hey, do you want to be in the podcast? Sure. You have to drive 40 minutes though.
Oh, yeah.
And for most people, that's not really a big issue. But yeah, it was awesome. This was like the most relaxed I've ever been. Because, dude, okay, I'll be honest. Because at this point, it's out now. When Lance Thompson came over, I was so nervous.
Really?
I was so nervous.
Why?
It's just Lance Thompson. I don't know.
But he's just a dude.
I know.
He's just a dude that dances.
I know. I don't know.
And has the best in-ear setup for
Dude,
SC Cafe, SC Church, not Cafe.
He's amazing.
He has all clears, dude.
All clears. What's that?
His in-ears.
That's cool.
Like they're the custom molded kind.
They like mold those ear, dude.
Yeah,
that's cool,
dude. When I see him roll up on Sunday mornings, he has like his little leather thing that he comes with, and I'm like, dude,
that's
I'm so
cool.
freaking jealous.
Dang,
I'm over here with my Sennheisers or my
Dang.
Amazon specials.
Dang, dude. Yeah, what do I have? I have the Sen.
What
does the church have?
They're the I think they're XMPs or something like
brand
that.
that is, that's what I have. They're cool.
They're an Amazon brand.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why, but like for some reason, first episode, we're like 10 minutes in, it gets so hot in the room.
Dang.
And I'm just like, because his wife joined us too. Mm-hmm. And it was a great conversation, but I was like, I don't know why. I was so nervous. I don't know why. Dude. I felt like I had a celebrity in my house, and I was like, I just want this to be really good.
Man.
It was good. It was a fruitful conversation.
Man, I can't wait for you to have Alex on here. That one's going to be an awesome one.
Dude, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for coming. Oh, let me tell you this.
Okay? Oh, yeah.
People, everyone keep praying. Here's what had happened, okay? I'm really believing for this to happen. You know Holvey, the rapper?
Yeah.
Okay, so Marissa's aunt,
Okay.
Pastor Judy, is Holvey's vocal coach.
Oh.
Okay. I texted her. I saw her this past weekend. I was like, hey, is there I've been trying to get a hold of Holvey, on social media to be on the podcast. You think you can kind of ask for me? So, oh yeah, I'll text him right now.
Push it a little bit.
And what was gonna have? I'll just give you his number. I almost pooped my pants,
dude.
I was like, dude, I have Holvey's phone number. She's like, no, let me just text him for you. And so she.
See, I would have said no. Like, hey, you just text him. That feels like something bad about to happen.
I just call him every single day. Hey, Holvey. Hey, Holvey. Hey, Holvey. Just wondering when you're going to come on. But yeah, so keep praying that Holvey's going to come on and say yes to the invitation. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Sip&Awe, where God puts you on awesome. If you're tired of your wardrobe, you can now buy Sip&Awe merch. You can now listen on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You can now buy me a cup of coffee. I keep forgetting to sponsor that one. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. Give it up for Jeffrey. Yeah. All right, y'all. We'll see you next week. That was distorted. Week. We'll see you next week.
Overdrive.
Oh, goodbye, y'all.
Oh.